Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Reds. We've got a special episode tonight with our brand new, hopefully co-host at some point with Kale. I'm hoping he's going to co-host at some point with me, but he's got training tonight. He's a semi-pro footballer, so he's a busy lad. So he will be going off after this one. We're going to talk about three certain deals, potentially done deals. Marmoush to Man City, Zubimendi to Arsenal, and a certain Trent Alexander-Arnold. It kills us, doesn't it? It kills us.
Oh my
Two
God.
Real Madrid. You texted me earlier, didn't you? Is the Trent news real? So according to Marca, big Spanish outlet, whether you believe it or not, that Trent to Real Madrid is pretty much done. He's just deciding whether he's going to become in this transfer window or the next transfer window. And that is Marca. But Marca's not a totally reliable thing that you got to remember. This is a Spanish newspaper. It's a Spanish outlet. They're going to look after Real Madrid and Real Madrid only. But they are saying it's done. Okay.
I believe it. I believe it, and I don't believe it at the same time because I just feel like Trent he could have stayed for the rest end of the season. So, when I'm thinking about it logically, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's probably left because he wants the club to get money, because he could just walk out on a free, things like that." But there's a job at hand at the end of the day. We're in the best position possible. No one ever saw this position happening in terms of us being, we're winning the league at the moment, so we're top of the league. Him going is a massive loss to us. As much as people say, "Oh, he don't defend well," and this and that, he is a massive like it means a lot to him winning the league for Liverpool, etc. And this was going to be the season where we would take over United in terms of trophies. So it's a very very pinnacle season for Liverpool, and he's now leaving halfway through the season. It just don't sit right with me. It don't.
You know what? I think he'll go. But I can't see him leaving halfway. I can't see him leaving halfway. I think he's pretty much. He's definitely spoken to Real Madrid. There's definitely been some sort of speech there between his camp and Real Madrid. I think that's quite clear. But I can't see him leaving Liverpool this certain in terms of the season. I think he'll see right now and see, look, we're top of the league. We've got a chance of winning the league here. But like you said, join my night on 20. There's a good chance there to do that before I do go. I think he'll tell Real Madrid that. I think that'll be part of it. Look, if you want me, you can wait until summer.
Yeah. But then again, I've heard there's been a fee agreed. I don't know how true it is, etc. But it's just, I feel like someone's died today. Honestly, that's how bad it feels. It's really hurtful, man. Like, boy at the club since he was 6. He's won everything at this club. I do get everyone wants to go and play for Madrid. But yeah, it's just it don't sit right with me, man. It doesn't. It honestly doesn't.
You don't know because it's like, as a Liverpool fan, right? If I get the chance to play for Liverpool, you're a semi-pro, right? If you had the chance to play for Liverpool, you'd play for like 10 a week, wouldn't you? £10 a week. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
play for anything. Yeah,
Exactly.
if
So
money wouldn't be money wouldn't it wouldn't be about money for me. It wouldn't be about
yeah,
money
it'd
for
be
me.
playing for Liverpool. That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's
Yeah.
hard to take in terms of like Trent. Like, I don't understand why he'd want to go, but in terms of the ambition things that we Talking Reds, we question the ambition of the ownership. We question the ambition of the club. So he's going to see this and he's going to want to go to a club that's going to match his ambitions. So I get that in that terms, but in terms of a Liverpool fan and you're a Scouse and you're born and bred, to me, I'd play for Liverpool for 100k a week and rather than £1 million a week at Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's just
It
yeah,
means more, doesn't it?
it just don't sit right with me. And do you know what? Part of me thinks as well. A lot of the time, Conor Bradley's played a bit this season in terms of him playing and etc. And it's not like we're being left without a right back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Conor Bradley ain't Trent going forward. He's very good. Don't get me wrong. He's not Trent. Trent is a world class right back. Whether or not people say about defending, etc., they would take him in their team.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of clubs would
Oh
take
yeah.
him.
Yeah. And that should sound like yeah. I get you.
And what's another thing as well is he has that passion. In certain games, like certain thing, like okay, so the other day, not the other day, but we played United that game when he scored. He thought he scored, and it was ruled out for something. I can't think it was an offside or something or handball. I can't remember what it was ruled out for. And he went and done the Gerrard celebration. Do you remember? He went and kissed the camera, just like how
Oh
Gerrard did that.
yeah. Earlier on in the
Like
season, yeah.
things
Earlier on
like
in the season, yeah.
yeah, things like that. Just scouts of things, like things that it means he shows that it means a lot to him. So for him to just go and leave like this now, it's just It's hard to take, man. It's hard. It's hard.
Mm.
I really just hope he doesn't go in January. That he doesn't go this month. If he goes end of the month, I think it's a bit easier. Um, winning the trophy, etc. Because we are going to win something this year. I know that for a fact. We're going to win something this year.
Big call there, big call there.
We're going to win
So
something.
also, Marca came out with the news about Trent, done deal. Pretty much that's what they said, done deal. But then Sky Sports News came out later on saying that he's not verbally agreed a contract yet, pre-contract with Real Madrid, despite the reports in Spain. See, I don't really take Sky Sports. I think I take Sky Sports News with a bigger pinch of salt than I do with Marca, if I'm honest, because Sky Sports News
Yeah.
never right. They're always like the
No,
tapping
they're
guys.
always throw up. They're always throwing off, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know what to believe in terms. For me personally, if I asking me now, do I think Trent's going to go? Yes. Do I think he's going to go in January? No. I think he'll wait till the end of the season. It's going to kill us if like we have got Conor Bradley there, which is good, but it's still not. It's still not good. Like
It's still not Trent.
we shouldn't be losing our world class player. We shouldn't be losing out one of our guys. We shouldn't be. This guy shouldn't be able to talk to other clubs for free. I've said
Man.
it before. Like this, forget he's a scouser for a second. This guy's a 26-year-old going into his prime, and we're letting him talk to other clubs for free. That's crazy.
And you know what? It's funny because the other day I watched Sturridge and Carragher talk about the contract situations, etc. And him saying basically, it's sort of the club's fault and etc. The club has to take ownership and responsibility for allowing his contract to run down, but also we was left in a situation where we had no manager. So we didn't know what direction we're going in. So how can we tie up players in a contract when we don't know what direction we're going with? So
I think personally, I think they've kept their eye off it. To be honest, especially Trent. I think the other two. I think they were happy to let their contracts go down. I just think I didn't think they'd expect them to play the way they have this season because Salah dropped
yeah,
off a little bit last season towards the end.
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe they
yeah.
were like, let him go on a free because he's dropping off, but he hasn't dropped off. He's gone to another level this season. So
He's actually been as good as he was the first season he come.
oh
Uh,
yeah, definitely
so,
different animal right now.
oh
So
mate,
if Salah were to go, we would definitely need a right wing. We're definitely need a winger, and there's talks of Diaz possibly going as well to Barcelona at some point,
it's
potentially.
all.
But one winger that we're not going to get, and that's Marmoush, because he is on the way to Man City, according to Fabrice Hawkins. They've reached an agreement with Man City for Omar Marmoush, Egyptian forward that is scoring for fun this season. I think he's second in the second goal scoring list behind Kane, but that's Harry Kane.
Yeah,
He's a sensational talent anyway. But do you think that's one we've missed out on there massively? If Salah is to go,
it's hard to say because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors with Salah. Because if we're letting wingers like that go, then we must be close to like completing the Salah deal because we need. I say give him 3 years, Salah. I'll say give him three
yeah,
years.
yeah,
Because the money that we're probably gonna spend on a new winger would probably be that money anyways, and we've got an established winger that's scoring goals for fun. Doesn't look like he's slowing down. Looks like he's getting better with age. So yeah, although it is frustrating to see these players go, to other clubs, and let's be honest here, we missed out on a lot of players over the years in general, anyways, just because of our budget. And Chelsea have managed to just swoop in and take players and with whatever budget they have. So for us, I do see there's a little underhand thing where maybe we're tying up the Salah deal. That's what I want to believe. That's what I
yeah.
want to believe.
You're
So
very.
let's.
You know what? You're like the optimistic. You're like me, but more optimistic. I'm more the pessimistic side, as in like
Yeah,
I, I'm trying to see like where you going with this. Like you said, it's spot on there. Like if he goes, who do we get? I think we'd have to get a striker for me. I think we'd have to get a striker that scores that sort of goals. Isaac, but we ain't going to pay for Isaac.
yeah. Like where are you gonna get that kind of striker? Where are you gonna get that striker? The kind of winger that Salah is, you're not getting that because he's just below the Messi's and Ronaldo sort of thing. Like as in terms of that sort of caliber of player. So that is very difficult. No one's doing what he's doing. So we let this go.
You know what, mate? You know what? I'm start of. I thought Salah and Van Dijk would definitely stay. I thought Trent would always leave, but I'm starting to sort of side with all three leaving now. As in, like I'm preparing myself. I'm preparing myself because if I prepare myself, it's not going to be as bad when it hits. But
You're like me.
I'm preparing the heartbreak of it all three going, and if that happens, that's a huge setback. That could set us back a couple of years.
It's like For me, I don't feel the one person I think is definitely staying is Van Dijk. I think the Dutch connection with Slot and
Yeah. Grab,
and
grab both.
obviously
Yeah.
with Gravenberch and Gakpo and things like that, I feel like he would stay. But he's the only one I could confidently, hand in my heart, say I think he would stay. I think Salah, we've got to dig deep into our pockets to make him happy because we've obviously made him unhappy, which is kind of probably worked in our favor anyways because he's got a point to prove and he's playing well with his point to prove. But then it's like we need to get this done. In my head, Trent's gone. Trent's gone. I just hope it's not in January.
If it's in January, it could. That's what Real Madrid want. I think they want him just to derail our season anyway in terms of. But I think they need him as well. Carvalhal's out in it, so you know what?
Yeah,
But we can't only blame ourselves. At the end of the day, if we was in Real Madrid's position, I'd want us to do the same thing. I'd want us to
100%, hundred
go
percent.
try go try bid because what's the worst that can happen? Just reject it. They're gonna get him free anyway in summer. So
We're just making our interest worldwide well known, and everyone knows it anyways. Everyone knows we're interested anyways. So
So it's definitely a frustrating situation now with all three contracts. Just before you go though, mate, Zubimendi looks like he's going to Arsenal now. We saw in the summer. Look, this is what happened. This is what happened in the summer. Liverpool showed interest in Zubimendi straight away. This was Slot's man. This is who we wanted. This is his number one target. We sort of lowballed him at first because he's got he's got a buyout clause of his
our close,
contract. So
yeah.
he buys out himself, so we'd have to give him the money to buy it out. But we lowballed that originally. That gave him a chance then to change his mind and speak with the ownership and things like that. And he got obviously jitters or whatever. Like a bit like Gerrard did though. We ever got a Zubimendi for Gerrard did the same thing. We want Trent to do the same thing. We want Trent to do the same thing. So we can't have got Zubimendi for doing it. So they gave him time to think. He thought about it. He ended up staying. We should go back in for him. I've spoken to Lou still the other week. We said we might go back in for him because we've not, we still want him, but Arsenal seem to have got the job done, and that's what we don't do. We don't get the job done. If you want him, go get him.
No. Yeah, and do you know what? Why it hurts as well is because let's be honest here, Arsenal actually don't need a centre mid. They generally don't need one. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a top class player, and any sort of player, they're gonna take a bit of time to get used to the Premiership, the Premier League, etc. But their priority should be a striker.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but the reports are they're looking at Sesko now on trying to get Benjamin Sesko for loan and then an option to buy. That's what the thing is. That's if Leipzig let him go. That's all if Leipzig let him go. But I think that's a good striker. If they go get Sesko, that's a brilliant deal. But they plan on triggering the 60 million euros release clause. Why can't we do that though, Kale? Why can't we do that?
I just don't. Our owners look for. I'll be honest. Our owners, they only look for bargains. Like it's crazy. We look for bargains. Like you think the only people we really spent big on was Nunes, Naby Keita, top of my head, Van Dijk, Alisson. Those are sort of in the 70 millions regions. But we don't spend big. We're not a club that spends. We got Salah, Firmino, and Nunes. Salah, Firmino, and Mane
were quite cheap.
For 30 mil. We don't spend big. We don't spend that massive. We don't. It's not in us. So that's why we don't get the job done. You have to. If you want an established player, you have to spend the money. You've got to be able to spend the money. Or when we're tying up these deals on contracts wise, we've got to put them on a bit more money. We're renowned for not having players on massive amounts of money, and that's the difficult thing. And we're doing well to compete with what we have, but that's why we don't get the job done because we don't have the money.
I saw an Arsenal fan tweet yesterday saying Liverpool don't have the pull that Arsenal do. It's not the fact that we ain't got the pull. We don't pay the money. At the end of the day, if we put the same amount of money down as Arsenal, we'll get the player. I can guarantee you that.
I remember a couple years ago, players were turning down Arsenal to come to us. But then at the end of the day, Chelsea are the one that's tying up players with massive contracts on 8-year deals, etc., on the big amounts of money. Arsenal are paying big amounts of money for players and putting them on big contracts. We don't do that. That's just not within us.
Yeah. I agree. I think I agree with the big contract situation where you got to work for the big money.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think sometimes we've got to pay for the transfer budget. Yeah, you got to pay it. Otherwise, you just left without your main targets. Yeah, Salah want the main target, but we're gonna let Slot down the way we let Klopp down in that terms, and this is why we can't get a sustained title chance constantly every single year. This is why we had a
Because we
couple of
don't
drop-offs
pay.
with Klopp.
If you think about when we bought Nunes, we bought him for 70 mil, and Rui Costa, the Benfica director, said that he was expecting 40 million or something silly like that, and he just rejected our bid just to see what was going on, and we come back with 70 mil. So it's like, what are we doing here? Like, we're paying 70 mil for that's what actually happened. So
you know when you accidentally press a text and you said it's the wrong person. That's what we did.
Yeah, we must.
I didn't mean to put 70 million. I put the wrong amount in the
70
transaction. That's what
million
happened.
to get a striker of his caliber. Like, he's not proven. And then you look at the other way, and then at the same season, Man City are signing Haaland. There's massive difference. So,
well, whatever happens for the rest of the season, I'm not giving my upset. By the way, this is the latest LFC news, latest transfer news. This is the latest monitoring news, because all we do is monitor. So this is the latest monitoring news. So if you want to join our channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, Talking Edge channel. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get your notification bells on, because we get content out every single day. And I would like to introduce you to, I'm trying to get the right way, try to introduce you to Kalia, who's going to be hopefully my co-host for this channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys.
take care.